Oh boy. Alright. Ninjorin, Ninjalise. They are here, and it is another year of ninjas. Also to note, we're getting a lot of Fates alts again. So 3 houses over, back to Fates. Let's see what this banner's got.
Let the lesson begin.
What's up guys, Akariss here, bringing you another Fire Emblem Heroes video. Today's video is going to be my impressions, reaction, take on the new ninja banner seasonal that we have for November. I guess this is a theme, just like pirates. We'll probably get them every year. I'm not too surprised because I do think last year's was a pretty decent success, and to the point where I'm even spending for Linja when that reruns and comes back, hopefully within a week or so. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. I like the theme. It's okay. Especially if you played Fates, it makes sense. It's not like a totally outlandish theme. Characters are cool. But I'll talk on an individual basis as we go through this video. So anyways, guys, as a reminder, go vote in the community poll, which is going to be on my YouTube channel under community, for what you plan to do on this banner, because that will be in the Should You Pull video. And as well, there will be a Patreon poll, which has the reasoning that you guys can provide, clips and comments that you see in my Should You Pull videos on my Discord to get access to it. So I do recommend doing that if you like this content, you want to support it. With all that being said though, let us look at what this is. Smash the like button and sub before we do so. Let's go. Okie dokie. So we have ninjas again, which continues the trend of brave weapons that are fast, like fast brave weapons. Essentially made for quadding, I would assume.
How long has it been since I've used anything other?
Okay, so first of all, I wasn't expecting an Igrene like alt, but this is pretty much like Ninja Lin kind of. It's not the same because there's no duo, but it is colorless dagger flyer. The artist is still Cubone, but there is a unique take on Green here that we'll see in a moment from her weapon. It's an interesting alt for sure, for maybe two specific reasons, but as we can see, she has an offensive stat spread again with a little bit of weighting and res again. So this is pretty much your next year Ninja Lin. She has that brave weapon again, but the difference here is, as you can see, she has like a Tana effect where she's able to like aerobatics within 2 spaces of a unit. I think this is actually pretty, like, really good, especially if you were to consider that she has access to disarm trap, which can really open the door for a lot of cool plays. So yeah, that's like, at least in terms of play style, this is at least different from what you would expect from Ninja Lin. So I can appreciate that. The biggest difference with Lin, of course, is that she has her self dance and she scores really well because of the duo skill, and that's like, it's good that they are able to be different in that regard. So for you Igrene fans, or just want to see like a colorless flyer, colorless dagger flyer that isn't Ninja Lin, this is pretty cool. Now, there's also an introduction of a brand new dual flying skill, the only one that's been literally missing forever, which is C dual flying. So for you guys that are Grima fans, legendary Grima fans, for you guys that use air at +10, that is a great addition. Glad to see it. So if I was to like review Earth Legendaries again, then yes, like that is gonna probably bump up Grima quite a bit. She will be without her A preference skill, but her weapon refine is still pretty solid, and she's a colorless like dragon, which is not too bad. So strictly speaking, finally some attention for the colorless dual units or arena. Glad to see it. That's pretty much it though. She's basically defined by her weapon. She has a dual skill, so that's it. Not really much more to talk about here. Her stat spread is definitely offensive favored, just like Ninja Lin. Oh. Next up is Shinon. So we got another Tele Assault. I feel like this is a trend now. Just like throw one Tele Assault on every single seasonal banner instead of making an actual Teleus banner, rather a Radiant Dawn banner, because we haven't had one since Canagus. Let that sink in for a moment, 2019. But yeah, anyways. So Shinon, red bow infantry. Okay. The actual ninja style, in my opinion, fits him. So I kind of like that. He comes with Deadeye, as expected from Shinon, but also a good thing because Deadeye availability is only on Ullr and the OG Shinon. You can still kind of get OG Shinon, but it costs you 6,000 papers, so kind of hard to get it. He comes with Speed Solo and Lull. Again, it's pretty much like the same kit, but the most appealing part here is probably the inheritable weapon, which is a Speed Brave Bow, which we didn't get from the year before, and it also has additional true damage on it with a maximum of +4 damage, true damage per shot. But since it's a brave weapon, it'll hit twice and then essentially give you like 8 true damage. So it's pretty nice. I dig it. For you brave bow users or PvE users, I mean, it's a really good weapon. But it could also see a lot of value in something like AR defense. Sure. Although I don't know if it'll beat instant bow. I'm still kind of a big pusher of the idea of instant bow. Yeah. Anyways, we got our male Corrin ult. I do like the art on this one. It feels a bit different. I don't know what it is, but he looks a bit different here. He is a lance infantry, I guess similar to like Navarre from the year before.
Shouts a greeting at me.
Not much more to say to that. Though the weapon itself is a strict upgrade from the one before, which is a brave weapon plus the additional true damage on a speed check. He is the 4-star focus of this banner, providing special spiral, which is, oh, I'd say that's pretty nice, but I am not a huge fan of the 4-star focuses that are seasonal. I don't like the fact that they like lock the fodder into the seasonal pools of 4-star focuses instead of like demoting them straight out. There's a big discrepancy there, and it's because they definitely want you to spend orbs on these and ideally pick that up. Personally, if it was me, I would just spend the codes in Path 1 for special spiral, or even just be patient and play without it. So I don't know. It is good. It's definitely a PvE skill. It definitely has some place on some AR offense teams, but it is mostly a PvE skill, and PvE doesn't need special spiral to be successful. It's more of like a fun skill, if nothing else. The weapon, though, is a strict upgrade to a lot of other, including last year's Brave Lance, and specifically the fact that the like Fallen Dimitri and Legendary Dimitri would both want this weapon makes it a good pickup for them, because those guys really appreciate the brave weapons and the playstyle they want to do. So Dimitri users should be eyeing that weapon.
Wide open.
We also see his stat spread, which more defense favored, but he has that defense because he's infantry, of course, more points to throw around, and pretty decent attack, but the speed could definitely be a lot better. Keep in mind that the weapon reduces their bulk, so it's probably even more bulkier than what's shown there. Alright, so we got Ninjorn and Ninjalise. Green, Tome, Cav. As a dual unit, by the way. We were expecting Harmonized Hero, but it's not. It's a dual hero. So, yeah. We'll actually see in a moment how important a unit like this being released is. And it is quite a lot. So comes with a full kit for Rina, honestly. You got your trace, your joint drive, your attack speed push, and rally up. You're basically done in terms of having to build the unit, throw like Ruptured Sky or Ether there, and you're literally done. But that's not what's important to talk about here. It's the weapon itself. So it's a Brave Tome. And they don't have a lot of these. They're pretty much on Reinhardt, Olwen, and I believe the Dancer, like the Dancer Thracia units, which were Ishtar and Reinhardt as well. So there's not that many. I might have missed one or two, I don't remember, but either way, there's not that many, and it goes to show you why, because there's not even a Dire Thunder Refine yet. So the actual power level of magic brave weapons is very tame, and even on this weapon they don't really put too many effects on it, because like literally brave, reduce the bulk, add some speed, and then the true damage 70% effect, so a maximum of 7 damage per hit, but that can actually add up quite a lot. So 2 hits just off of the Brave is going to be essentially 14 true damage. And then if she ends up quadding, that's up to 28 true damage. So that is really good. And of course, that's just additional damage on top of whatever damage she was going to end up doing. So hitting res, having a Brave weapon, potentially quadding are all really solid things. Now, on top of that, though, she is a Tome Cav. So she's not directly competing with Reinhardt. Good thing she's not blue. So she's green. She's an arena unit. She's going to score 195. These are all, like, for me personally, quite good candidates for a lot of game modes. Like, a lot of game modes. I am highly considering, like, post Ninja Lin and Legendary Corrin, that I might want to consider this, because Corrin is a candidate for potentially winning or at least making the banner for Hero Rises around anniversary time. And that's a strong consideration that I could, like, tell you guys, right? So, of course, this banner lasts about a month, so you might want to see, like, what Book 6 has or what the Legendary or Mythic banner has at the end of the month, just to, like, wait it out before we even do a Should You Pull video. But essentially, in my case, if Ninja Lin and Legendary Corrin work out for me, then I might just actually commit to this for a brand new 195 duel, but also very strong, potentially AR defense unit, a new arena unit that scores well. Just a character that has a lot of history with me now, the Corrin itself, like, yeah. So that's my take, but I can tell you right now that on defense, Ether Raid's defense, even Ether Raid's offense, mostly because of that dual skill, arena, pretty much PV content, every game mode in the game, this is going to be a very top tier, high power unit, and should be on the lens of many. It also helps that this banner does have C Dual Flying 4, which helps out my air as a secondary pull. But anyways, dual skill is literally the same as what Ninja Lin had, which is just move again as soon as he's entered combat. Her stat spread is, again, mostly attack and speed favored. Remember that it's a Tome Cav though, so that makes it at, like, the lowest amount of base stat total. Pretty low defense and res, pretty low HP. The HP being low is a good thing, because if you want to run, like, a Fury 4 build that with using, like, chip damage, you actually can set up quite a lot of Wings of Mercy chains, similar to how, like, a minus HP Ninja Lin could do that. A minus HP Corrin here might be able to pull off the same thing. And not just might, just likely will pull off the same sort of strats. Yes. So that's amazing.
Quiet down. Tear 'em to shreds.
Either way, I think this is an exciting release. And I'll be watching it over the month. You guys can expect me to do, like, the Should You Pull video with more details. I will be going into more details for Ninjorin and analysis there, and then guide you on where I think your orbs may or may not go. But definitely pretty exciting banner, pretty awesome alts in general. I like Shinon and Igrene, both kind of make sense. We are getting literally Ninja Hannah 2.0. And I mean literally Ninja Hannah 2.0. So I will make a video on Shamir, but it's not that exciting. If you didn't build Kalik or didn't build Hannah, Ninja Hannah, then Shamir is probably a good build for you. Like, good idea to build up, invest into. But for those of you that did, this is going to be a solid 2700 Grail waste, or potentially 2200 Grail waste if you wait. I would more likely recommend a Sword Infantry or Lance Infantry at this point, should we get them at 185, because that would make them a bit different. Probably Sword. Not so much Lance. Anyways, guys, that pretty much covers my take on this banner. I feel it's more exciting than some of the ones we've gotten. I'm not usually a big pusher of seasonal banners, but this one lasts a month, so that gives us a lot of time to look at it, compare it with, like, what Book 6 might bring, what the Mythic banner might bring at the end, and that Corrin herself is a likely candidate for winning, or at least being on a banner for Hero Rises. So this might be a good time to consider this banner, then add or double up on the Hero Rises, or at least on double special, and commit to a very strong long-term project. That's what I think. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching as always. Smash the like button, sub if you haven't already. In the next one, we'll look at we'll look at probably the refines. Tiki will be there. That will be the next video. Thank you guys. If you love the content, Patreon's in the description. Best way to support the content. Love you guys. Peace.
It's over.